Hi, welcome to Cruise Control. My name's Eric, and this is a 2011 Kia Optima, and we're here to find out if this is a used car that you should put on your shopping list. Let's go find that out right now.
Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Eric, and we're going to start looking at some new cars and used cars to find out what's the best option for you. Let's see what's up next.
We are back. Again, my name's Eric, this is Cruise Control, and we're in that 2011 Kia Optima. And man, ever since this came out, I have loved the styling. I think this thing looks slick. Don't you agree? I mean, come on. Whoever thought a Kia would look this good? Back in 2011, blew me away. Since then, they've made a lot of good looking cars. Kia Stinger, I'm looking at you. But, and the K5. Ooh, K5 looks good. So anyways, they got a nice lineup now. Good looking SUVs. So, but this, I believe, is when it started. This Optima of this generation blew me away. I was like, that's a Kia? That looks fantastic. And still, 10 years later, I think it's a great looking sedan. Honestly, better than the Accord looks today. I mean, I think this is a really good looking sedan. The inside, very comfortable. I like the light gray materials. I definitely like all the buttons that are going to be overlaid on the steering wheel. Everything is intuitive, simple, easy to use. Nothing on the dash looks confusing. This is back in the day when we had, those weird things that you would push. What are those called? Oh yeah, buttons, because in today's world, buttons are gone. So I love how simple and easy this thing is to use. The owner says he loves this car. He says he loves the fuel economy. He loves how reliable it's been for him. So that's been fantastic. So thank you for sharing. And if you guys want to rent this vehicle, I will have the link down below. It's going to be with Turo. It was very affordable. So if you're in the Colorado Springs area and you need a local commuter, this car is very well taken care of. And you'd be very, very lucky to get this car at the special that he's been giving people. So I'll have that link down below. But back to this car. Man, I am very, very comfortable. There's a couple of things that I would like, but that's more so just bells and whistles. It doesn't have the sunroof that I would really like to have. It doesn't, at least I can't find the heated seats. So that's probably just a trim level. I'm sure that was available at a higher trim back in 2011. If it wasn't, then I would just want to buy a newer one that has, not new. Unless you have the money, then by all means. But I would just want one with those features since I'm here in Colorado. As far as the noise level, wind is a little pronounced. I'm only doing like 40 miles an hour, and I can hear some wind noise more than I would think, and some tire noise more than I would think. So maybe some more sound deadening would be nice, but I mean, I'm sure this is a very affordable car, so it's not like I'm trying to compete with the Lexus with this or anything like that, but just some small things. Now, for some serious things, not to take away from how beautiful this car is, or even specifically how this car is on reliability, because the owner says this thing is very reliable. However, I do want to make sure that I point out that if you look at car complaints right here, car complaints does show that at about 100 to 120,000 miles, lots of people have had catastrophic engine failure. So just make sure yours is checked out by a mechanic. Make sure you get warranty when you buy this vehicle. I wouldn't probably buy it from a private owner. I'd want to buy it from Kia themselves, so that way they can give me a warranty just in case. I like that peace of mind, and I want you to share that as well. Here's some really good news though. This thing in 2011 was the IIHS right here, top safety pick. So that means excellent crash test results, and the handling of this car, very stable. So I'm not so worried about this vehicle because the owner did say this one's extremely reliable, so this one's good. But make sure yours is checked out by a mechanic, and make sure yours does come with a warranty, because I don't want anything to happen to your guys' car. And I'll tell the owner to make sure he gets his inspected too, because I don't want anything to happen to his either. Other than that though, this thing is a pleasant cruiser. It takes a little bit getting used to with the, it's got really tight and firm steering. And when you're hopping out of something that's got light steering and not firm, it's a little like, what is this? But then 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, I like it actually. So for the most part, I like this car. I would like maybe a little bit deeper bass. The sound system sounds very clear. Not a lot of bass to it. And I'm not an over bass person, but it's just a little light on that. Again, small critiques. All things, and you can put speakers in here. And I could have probably just bought a higher trim level to get my heated seats and my sunroof. Problem solved. So overall though, really fun, good looking car. I can't believe that 10 years later, I still love the looks of this thing, man. And the way it drives, again, we're out here on Roller Coaster Road. It's handling every single uphill, downhill, curve, left and right. It's just laughing at it. So it's doing fantastic as far as the handling is concerned. So other than that, what do you guys think? All right, so we've taken this through quite a few corners, and what I have found out is that this thing is really safe, stable, and secure. Yes, it does put you out. So understeer, for those that don't know, when you're understeering and you're going around a corner, if it pushes you out, that's understeer. Oversteer will overcorrect. So in case if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. But understeer is generally designed in because it's safer than oversteer. You have to know how to handle oversteer. And plus, front wheel drive cars are inherently have understeer anyway. So that's just how they're built. So, but this car is very safe, stable, secure. I would have no problems recommending this to a friend or family member. Again, the only thing that I'm going to point out is make sure it's inspected by a mechanic. Make sure that you buy this with a warranty, because I don't want you to have any of those catastrophic engine failures that some people have had. So I do want to make sure that you guys are taken care of there on that front. All right, so we're going to take another corner right here. We'll see how it does. Yeah, you go slower, no problem at all. So this thing handles just like any mid-size sedan would that is front-wheel drive. It's going to give you a little bit of understeer, but it's not the end of the world. And you don't need it to be a sports car. That's not what this is for. This is for good looks, fuel economy, safety, getting from point A to point B in style. That's what this is for. All right, so we're going to go nice and slow, because we're going to test this on a little bit of dirt. Right now we're at about 7,000 feet elevation. We started at 6,000 feet. And what I'm taking it on right now is not big time dirt. This is very easy trail. So almost any car should be able to handle this, but I still like to take cars here, because in the event if I come across a car that can't handle this, I won't recommend it. All right, so we're doing about 15 miles an hour on this dirt road, this little trail. It's got a small incline, but this thing is handling it. No wheel slip, no problem. Just like it should. All right. And for anybody that wants to know the horsepower and torque, right here.
All right, so we are back in that 2011 Kia Optima. Remember, I am 5'11". We have a really good seating position here. I really like where the steering wheel sits. I got a nice low dash. I do wish this was lower. It's a little too high for my comfort, but I do have a good inside elbow rest area and on the other side. My legs don't touch anything on the right, and on the left, it's just gonna hit this speaker grill, so it doesn't bother me at all. So now let's go ahead. All right, so remember I am 5'11", so let's check the headroom. About an inch worth of headroom, but look at this astronomical leg room. I can fold my legs no problem. Plus, check this out, 2 full fists. We got nice map pockets that are back here, cup holders on both doors, center console, center armrest with 2 cup holders as well.
The back is nice and reclined, so I could be back here about 4+ hours. Two things that I would like to see: there's no rear AC vents for my passengers, and there's no charging areas that are back here. But for a 10-year-old car, those didn't come in very common. In today's world, I'm sure that would be there. But A+, I really like this back. All right, so why do you buy one of these guys? Come on, look at it. This thing is amazing to look at. Even 10 years later, I still love the design that's on here. Do I wish this was a little bit lower so I could see over better? Sure, and I would want to buy a higher trim. One that has like a sunroof, maybe some heated seats. Those are some of my favorite features. But other than that, I really like this car. There is one important thing to look out for, like I said earlier in the video. Make sure yours is inspected by a mechanic. Make sure you get it with the warranty, because at about 100,000 miles, unfortunately, quite a few people have had really bad trouble with their engines, just catastrophic failure. So make sure you look out for that. But other than that, this thing's beautiful. I can definitely see why somebody would buy one. Did you buy one? Would you buy one? Or would you buy something different? Leave your comments down below. My name's Eric. This is Cruise Control. Thank you for watching.